And you won't, if you receive 14 projectors, you would not get 14 AVAs. You would get probably around 3 or 4. I am not sure how they managed that one. Maybe Fergus, you know how they decided how many AVAs people received? Because I don't know how they
Usually
came up with that idea.
yes, it's a rough estimate. It's not always true, but it is more or less half of the allocation. So if you get 10 smart classrooms, then usually you would get around 5, but it is not an exact formula that is
Yeah.
followed. So yeah, it's there or thereabout.
Okay. Thank you. So we have been visiting schools and we've been noticing how certain schools are using their AVA devices. Some of them don't even use the AVA. They've purchased additional document readers, their personal document readers, possibly due to cost or due to word of mouth or just simply preference. With this AVA, the one that comes to schools, you need to have the software, the AVA software, and a program called Sphere 2. And that is what I'm using right now. We will put the links in the chat for you so that you are able to also download it if you do have an AVA. So I'm going to be showing you a few things that you can do with your AVA. The first thing that you see right now with your visualizer, at least as the document reader, many different names. As you can see in front of you, I have a printout of a PowerPoint slide, and there are 2 of them. So if you are lecturing your learners, you'd be able to simply plug and play. You're just going to plug your AVA into your USB, into the USB section duct. What do you call it? Port over there, and it will automatically work if you have the Sphere 2 software. So this is just a simple way I'm teaching my colleagues about using computer-based assessments in their classrooms, and I'm just going through everything so my learners will be able to see what I am teaching them. When we were in classrooms last term, we saw wonderful things by primary school teachers who use their AVA to display how to cut and paste, how to do their handwriting. And for like a grade 1 child, how to do their handwriting. The teacher would line it up and she would start writing over there. I'm not going to write neatly. And the learner would be able to then model this in their notebooks. And this was a very interesting thing for us to see, whereas the teacher wasn't normally standing at the whiteboard doing the work. She was sitting down, she was writing, showing children how to sit properly, how to space their work correctly. And I think that just brought a different kind of calmness to the classroom as well. And the learners were also really, really engaged in that. So that's a simple way that you can do it if you are teaching. I'm now going to show you another technique. If you are recording something for your learners, you would click on side by side. Now with side by side, you're going to see the picture of the visualizer and you're going to see the teacher's face. So you will be seeing my face again. I do apologize for that. So here I am in side by side mode. I am recording something for my learners. And I would like to show them, explain a concept to them. I would take out my piece of paper or my whiteboard, as Mr. Goldstone does in his physical sciences lesson, and I would just start writing. And as I'm writing, I'm engaging with my learners, I'm talking to them, I'm explaining certain topics to them. And this way you have a different kind of recording that you can have with your learners as well. You are also able to do certain things. So now I'm just going to switch off side by side and just go back to the visualizer. Again, my little colleague is just enjoying his life right now. So here I've got a book. It's one of my favorite books. It's called 60 Ideas to Inspire Teachers. And you can see I've had it for quite a while. I always go back to it if I'm feeling a bit negative. So this is about inspiring or motivating older children. Now, this is quite an old book. I wonder if these things are still applicable to our learners. So as an English teacher, for example, language teacher, I can put up my visualizer, I can go through the poem, I can go through the work with the learners, I can go through each paragraph, I can underline, and I can explain everything to the learners while maintaining eye contact with them. You will also see that there are a few buttons at the bottom, and we're just going to explore them very, very quickly. The first one over there is the camera controls. So you get to decide how the camera works. You will also see some annotation. So this is right at the bottom. So you'll have some pens. You'll be able to draw little boxes or circles, something that you want your learners to focus on at the moment. We're only working on stage 1 right now. We're not talking about anything else. Everybody focus over here. And then, of course, you are able to just remove everything by clicking on this button that looks like a little broom. So there's lots of things that you can do just by exploring your visualizer. Now, earlier, when I was talking about recording, I can now start recording my lesson. I know exactly what I want to do. And I see this button over here. It says record. I click on it and immediately I can see everything that I'm saying is being recorded. The learners will be able to follow along as I am working. When I'm finished, of course, I can just click on stop and immediately I have the video. So that's really exciting, and that's also a lot of fun for you as a teacher as you are becoming more confident in using digital technology. The final thing that I want to talk to you about is if you are trying to demonstrate something to the learners. Now, earlier I was looking for one of our robots and I forgot that I didn't bring one with me for this. You can see how the light is adjusting at the moment. So I went into my little colleague's room and I found a little toy just to show you that if you are explaining now, you're a technology teacher and you want to explain something to the learners, or if you are in history and you want to explain a cartoon to the learners, or if you are in consumer studies and you'd like to show them different things, a recipe, or you want to show them different fabrics, you can also do that under the visualizer. And the picture is quite clear. It's not that distorted, and I'm sure it's going the correct way, so you're able to see what's on it. And that is the visualizer in a nutshell. I think I was shorter than Fergus. You also have the option, you can't see right now, but on the side of the visualizer, you have 3 buttons. The one is a photograph. So now I've taken a photograph and it appears on the screen. And it just downloads to your normal pictures. And the other one is LED, which is the lights. So the lights go on. And also autofocus. So the camera will continuously focus as I am moving the visualizer.